The Smart Life, Daily Practices for Intellectual Growth, written and published by Audiobooks. Chapter 1. Cultivating Curiosity. Curiosity is like a spark that ignites the fire of learning and growth. It's the feeling that makes you wonder about the world, ask questions, and seek out new experiences. Imagine living a life where every day brings a fresh opportunity to discover something new. That's the power of curiosity. Cultivating curiosity starts with a simple shift in perspective. Instead of seeing the world as something you already know, try to approach it with a sense of wonder. Even the most ordinary things can become fascinating if you look at them with curious eyes. Take, for example, a tree in your backyard. At first glance, it might just be a tree. But when you start asking questions, what kind of tree is it? How old is it? What animals live in its branches? You begin to see it in a whole new light. Curiosity isn't just about asking questions, it's about being open to finding the answers. It's about embracing the unknown and being excited about what you might learn. This mindset helps you grow intellectually because it pushes you to explore beyond your comfort zone. When you're curious, you're more likely to read books, watch documentaries, engage in conversations, and seek out experiences that broaden your understanding of the world. One of the easiest ways to cultivate curiosity is by following your interests. What topics do you find intriguing? Is there a hobby you've always wanted to try? When you're genuinely interested in something, your curiosity naturally blossoms. You'll find yourself diving into it with enthusiasm, eager to learn everything you can. But curiosity isn't just about personal interests, it's also about being curious about others. Ask questions when you meet someone new. Learn about their experiences, opinions, and perspectives. This not only helps you build deeper connections but also opens your mind to different ways of thinking. It's through these conversations that you can discover new ideas and insights that you might never have encountered on your own. Curiosity also thrives when you embrace a beginner's mindset. This means being okay with not knowing everything and being willing to learn. Sometimes, as adults, we feel pressure to have all the answers. But true growth comes from admitting when we don't know something and then seeking out the knowledge we lack. When you're willing to be a beginner again, you open yourself up to endless possibilities for learning. Another way to nurture curiosity is by making a habit of asking, why? When you encounter something you don't understand, don't just accept it, ask why it is the way it is. This simple question can lead to deeper exploration and understanding. For example, if you come across a news story that doesn't make sense to you, ask yourself why it's happening, then do some research to find out more. This process not only satisfies your curiosity but also strengthens your critical thinking skills. Curiosity also benefits from stepping out of your routine. Try new activities, visit new places, and expose yourself to different cultures. When you break free from your usual patterns, you give your mind new stimuli to explore. Traveling, even if it's just to a nearby town, can open your eyes to different ways of life and make you more curious about the world. Finally, remember that curiosity is a journey, not a destination. It's something that you cultivate over time, and it grows the more you feed it. Every time you ask a question, learn something new, or explore a new idea, you're nurturing your curiosity. And as you do, you'll find that your mind becomes sharper, your understanding deeper, and your life richer. Chapter 2. Mastering Mindfulness. In our busy lives, it's easy to get caught up in the rush of things. We often find ourselves thinking about what's next on our to-do list, worrying about the future, or replaying past events in our minds. But what if we could bring our focus back to the present moment? That's where mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the here and now. It's about paying attention to what you're doing, feeling, and thinking without getting swept away by distractions. When you're mindful, you're not just going through the motions, you're truly experiencing life as it happens. One of the simplest ways to start mastering mindfulness is by focusing on your breath. Your breath is always with you, and it's a powerful anchor to the present moment. Try this. Take a deep breath in, and then slowly exhale. As you do, pay close attention to how the air feels as it enters and leaves your body. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, the sensation in your nose, and the rhythm of your breathing. This simple act of focusing on your breath can help you reconnect with the present moment, even when your mind is racing. Mindfulness is not just about being calm, it's about being aware. This awareness extends to all aspects of your life. When you eat, try to really taste your food. Notice the flavors, textures, and smells. When you walk, feel the ground beneath your feet, hear the sounds around you, and see the world with fresh eyes. These everyday moments are opportunities to practice mindfulness, turning ordinary activities into rich sensory experiences. One of the challenges many people face is that their minds are constantly busy. We're often thinking about what we need to do next, or we're caught up in the endless stream of thoughts running through our heads. Mindfulness helps us break free from this cycle by bringing our attention back to the present moment. Instead of getting lost in your thoughts, mindfulness encourages you to observe them. Notice what thoughts are passing through your mind without judging them or getting attached to them. This helps you create a little space between you and your thoughts, giving you a sense of clarity and peace. Mindfulness also teaches us to approach life with a sense of curiosity and openness. Instead of reacting automatically to situations, mindfulness helps you pause and consider your response. For example, if you're feeling stressed, mindfulness encourages you to recognize that feeling, explore it, and then decide how you want to respond. This can be incredibly empowering because it puts you back in control of your emotions and actions. One of the most beautiful aspects of mindfulness is that it helps you appreciate the little things in life. When you're fully present, you start to notice the beauty in simple moments, a warm cup of tea, a gentle breeze, or the sound of birds singing. These moments, often overlooked in our busy lives, become sources of joy and contentment. Practicing mindfulness can also improve your relationships. When you're fully present with someone, you're not just hearing their words, you're really listening. You're paying attention to their body language, their tone of voice, and the emotions behind their words. This deepens your connection with others and helps you communicate more effectively. It's important to remember that mindfulness is a practice, not a perfection. There will be times when your mind wanders, and that's okay. The key is to gently bring your focus back to the present moment again and again without being hard on yourself. With time and practice, mindfulness becomes easier, and you'll find yourself more centered and at peace. Another powerful aspect of mindfulness is how it helps you manage stress. When you're mindful, you're better able to recognize the early signs of stress and respond in a way that's healthy and constructive. Instead of reacting impulsively, you can take a step back, breathe, and choose how to handle the situation. This can make a big difference in how you navigate challenges and maintain your well-being. Chapter 3: Daily Learning Rituals. Learning is a lifelong journey, and the best way to keep growing intellectually is by making it a part of your daily routine. Just like brushing your teeth or having breakfast, learning can become a habit that enriches your life every single day. When you incorporate learning into your daily rituals, you're not just gaining knowledge, you're training your mind to stay curious, open, and engaged with the world around you. One of the simplest and most effective daily learning rituals is reading. Whether it's a book, an article, or even just a few pages, reading regularly helps you expand your mind and explore new ideas. You don't have to spend hours on it. Even 15 minutes of reading each day can make a big difference over time. Choose topics that interest you or challenge you to think differently. By making reading a daily habit, you're feeding your brain with new information, perspectives, and insights that help you grow. Another powerful learning ritual is listening to podcasts or audiobooks. These are great ways to learn while you're on the go, whether you're commuting, exercising, or doing household chores. Podcasts and audiobooks cover a wide range of topics, so you can pick something that sparks your curiosity. The beauty of this ritual is that it allows you to turn otherwise mundane tasks into opportunities for learning and growth. Writing is another valuable daily learning practice. Keeping a journal or simply jotting down your thoughts can help you process what you've learned and reflect on your experiences. Writing encourages you to think critically and organize your thoughts, which deepens your understanding of the material. It doesn't have to be formal or polished. Just a few sentences about what you learned today or how you're feeling can be incredibly beneficial. Over time, you'll be able to look back and see how much you've grown. Another great way to make learning a daily habit is by having conversations with others. Engaging in discussions with friends, family, or colleagues can expose you to new ideas and perspectives. Don't be afraid to ask questions or share your own thoughts. Conversations are a two-way street, and they often lead to deeper understanding and new insights. Plus, discussing what you've learned with others helps reinforce the knowledge in your own mind. Incorporating learning into your daily life can also mean trying something new each day. This could be as simple as learning a new word, trying a new recipe, or exploring a different route on your walk. The idea is to step out of your comfort zone and embrace new experiences. These small acts of learning can add up, making your life richer and more interesting. Another ritual that can boost your daily learning is setting aside time for reflection. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to think about what you learned. This could be something you read, a conversation you had, or an experience that taught you something new. Reflecting on your day helps solidify what you've learned and makes you more aware of your own growth. It's also a great way to end the day on a positive note, feeling accomplished and ready for tomorrow. Technology can be a helpful tool in your daily learning rituals. Apps and online courses offer endless opportunities to learn new skills or deepen your knowledge in specific areas. Whether you're interested in learning a new language, mastering a musical instrument, or exploring a new field of study, there's likely an app or online course that can help you. The key is to choose something that excites you and to stick with it consistently. One of the most important aspects of daily learning rituals is consistency. It's better to spend a few minutes learning every day than to cram all your learning into one big session. When you make learning a daily habit, it becomes a natural part of your routine, and you'll find yourself making steady progress over time. Even on days when you're busy or tired, try to squeeze in a little bit of learning. It all adds up. Daily learning rituals aren't just about gaining knowledge, they're about fostering a mindset of growth and curiosity. When you make learning a priority, you're telling yourself that your growth and development matter. You're keeping your mind active, engaged, and ready for new challenges. Over time, these rituals can lead to a richer, more fulfilling life, filled with opportunities to learn, grow, and become the best version of yourself. Chapter 4: The Power of Reflection. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to move from one thing to the next without pausing to think about what just happened. But if we want to grow and learn from our experiences, we need to take time to reflect. Reflection is like looking in a mirror for your mind. It helps you see things more clearly and understand yourself better. The power of reflection lies in its ability to turn experiences into learning. Think about your day for a moment. How often do you finish a task, have a conversation, or go through an experience without really thinking about it afterward? Reflection changes that. It encourages you to ask questions like, "What did I learn from this?" or "How did this experience affect me?" By doing this, you gain insights that can help you make better decisions in the future. One of the simplest ways to start reflecting is by setting aside a few minutes at the end of each day. Find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted and think about your day. What went well? What didn't? How did you feel during different moments? Reflecting on your day helps you identify patterns, recognize your achievements, and understand any challenges you faced. It's a way of making sense of your experiences so that you can carry those lessons forward. Writing down your reflections can be especially powerful. When you put your thoughts on paper, it helps you organize them and see things more clearly. You don't need to write a lot, just a few sentences about what stood out to you during the day. Over time, this habit of journaling can reveal important trends in your life. You might notice, for example, that you're happiest when you're spending time with loved ones, or that certain situations consistently make you feel stressed. Recognizing these patterns gives you the power to make changes and improve your life. Reflection isn't just about looking back, it's also about looking forward. When you reflect on your goals and progress, you're better able to plan your next steps. Ask yourself, am I moving in the right direction? Or, what can I do differently to achieve my goals? This forward-thinking aspect of reflection keeps you aligned with your purpose and helps you stay focused on what really matters to you. Another important aspect of reflection is self-compassion. When you take time to reflect, it's easy to be hard on yourself for mistakes or missed opportunities. But remember, reflection is not about judging yourself, it's about understanding yourself. Be gentle with yourself as you reflect. Recognize that everyone makes mistakes and that each mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend. Reflection can also deepen your relationships with others. By reflecting on your interactions with people, you can better understand how your words and actions affect them. This can lead to more meaningful connections and help you communicate more effectively. For example, if you had a disagreement with someone, reflecting on the conversation can help you see things from their perspective and identify ways to resolve the conflict in a positive way. Another benefit of reflection is that it helps you stay grounded and centered. Life can sometimes feel overwhelming, with so many things happening at once. But when you take time to reflect, you create a space to pause, breathe, and reconnect with yourself. This practice of pausing and reflecting can reduce stress, increase your sense of control, and bring a sense of calm to your life. Reflection also enhances your ability to make decisions. When you reflect on past choices, you learn what worked well and what didn't. This knowledge becomes a valuable guide for future decisions. Instead of rushing into things, you can take a moment to reflect on similar situations you've encountered before and use those insights to make wiser choices. Chapter 5: Embracing Challenges. Life is full of challenges, big and small. Whether it's a difficult project at work, a personal setback, or learning something new, challenges are a part of life that we all face. While it's natural to feel a bit uneasy when confronted with something difficult, there's a lot to gain from embracing challenges rather than avoiding them. When you embrace a challenge, you're stepping out of your comfort zone. This can be uncomfortable at first, but it's also where real growth happens. Imagine trying to build muscle without ever lifting anything heavy. It just wouldn't work. The same goes for your mind and your character. To grow stronger, you need to take on challenges that push you beyond what's easy or familiar. One of the first steps in embracing challenges is changing the way you think about them. Instead of seeing a challenge as a threat or something to fear, try viewing it as an opportunity. Each challenge is a chance to learn something new, develop your skills, and prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you might think. This shift in mindset can make a huge difference in how you approach difficult situations. It's also important to remember that challenges are a natural part of any worthwhile journey. Whether you're trying to achieve a personal goal, advance in your career, or improve a skill, you're bound to encounter obstacles along the way. These obstacles aren't there to stop you, they're there to test your resolve and help you grow. Every time you overcome a challenge, you become more resilient, more knowledgeable, and more confident. Facing challenges also teaches you valuable life lessons. For example, when you encounter a problem you don't know how to solve, you're forced to think creatively and find new solutions. This kind of problem solving is a skill that can benefit you in all areas of life. Additionally, when you persevere through tough times, you develop a sense of grit and determination that helps you tackle future challenges with greater ease. Another benefit of embracing challenges is that it helps you discover your strengths. When you're put to the test, you might surprise yourself with what you're capable of. Maybe you're more resourceful than you thought, or perhaps you have a knack for staying calm under pressure. These strengths might not have come to light if you had avoided the challenge altogether. Of course, embracing challenges doesn't mean you won't feel fear or doubt. It's natural to have these feelings when you're facing something difficult. The key is to acknowledge them but not let them hold you back. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the ability to move forward despite it. When you push through your fears and doubts, you often find that the challenge isn't as daunting as it seemed, and you come out the other side stronger and more confident. It's also important to be patient with yourself as you face challenges. Growth doesn't happen overnight, and it's okay to struggle or make mistakes along the way. In fact, mistakes are often some of the best teachers. When you make a mistake, you learn what doesn't work, and you're one step closer to finding what does. Embracing challenges means accepting that the path to success is rarely a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and a few bumps along the way. Another way to embrace challenges is by seeking them out deliberately. Instead of waiting for challenges to find you, look for opportunities to challenge yourself. This could mean setting a higher goal, taking on a new project, or learning a skill that's outside your comfort zone. By actively seeking challenges, you're putting yourself in a position to grow and improve continuously, remember that you don't have to face challenges alone. Sometimes, the best way to overcome a difficult situation is to reach out for help. Whether it's advice from a mentor, support from a friend, or collaboration with a colleague, leaning on others can make the challenge more manageable. Asking for help doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're smart enough to use all the resources available to you. Chapter 6. Building Strong Habits. Habits are the small actions we do every day that shape our lives in big ways. Whether we realize it or not, our habits determine how healthy we are, how productive we can be, and even how happy we feel. The good news is that by building strong, positive habits, we can make lasting changes that improve our lives. The first step in building strong habits is understanding their power. Habits are like routines on autopilot. Once a habit is established, you don't have to think much about it, it just happens naturally. This is why habits are so powerful. They allow you to make progress toward your goals without needing to rely on willpower or motivation every day. Imagine if you had to convince yourself to brush your teeth every morning. Luckily, it's a habit, so you just do it without much effort. The same can be true for other important actions in your life. To build a strong habit, start by choosing one small action that you can do consistently. It's tempting to try to change everything at once, but this approach often leads to frustration and burnout. Instead, focus on one habit at a time. For example, if you want to get in shape, start with a simple habit like taking a short walk every day. Once this becomes a natural part of your routine, you can gradually increase the intensity or add new habits, like drinking more water or eating more fruits and vegetables. Consistency is the key to building strong habits. The more consistently you perform a habit, the more likely it is to stick. This is because repetition strengthens the connection in your brain that tells you to do the habit automatically. At first, you might have to remind yourself or even set an alarm to do your new habit, but over time, it will become second nature. The important thing is to keep going, even on days when you don't feel like it. Remember, it's better to do a little bit of your habit than to skip it entirely. If you miss a day, don't worry, just get back on track as soon as possible. It's also helpful to attach your new habit to something you already do regularly. This is known as habit stacking. For example, if you want to start meditating every morning, you could do it right after brushing your teeth. Since brushing your teeth is already a well-established habit, it acts as a trigger for your new habit of meditating. This makes it easier to remember and perform the new habit consistently. Rewards can play a big role in reinforcing your habits. Our brains love rewards, and when we associate a positive feeling with a habit, we're more likely to keep doing it. Your reward doesn't have to be big, just something that makes you feel good. For instance, if you're trying to develop the habit of exercising, you could reward yourself with a relaxing shower or some time to unwind with a book afterward. The key is to choose rewards that support your goals rather than undermine them. Celebrating your successes, no matter how small, helps to create a positive cycle that makes the habit stick. Another important aspect of building strong habits is being patient with yourself. It's easy to get discouraged if you don't see immediate results, but remember that habits take time to form. It's said that it takes about 21 days to build a habit, but this can vary depending on the person and the habit. The most important thing is to stay committed and trust the process. Even if progress seems slow, every day that you stick to your habit is a step closer to making it a permanent part of your life. It's also crucial to understand that building habits isn't always a linear process. You might have days where it feels easier and days where it's a struggle. That's perfectly normal. The key is to not let one difficult day throw you off course. If you encounter a setback, take a moment to reflect on what happened and how you can overcome it next time. Then, pick yourself up and keep moving forward. Persistence is what turns a good intention into a lasting habit. Sometimes life throws curveballs that make it hard to stick to your habits. Maybe you get sick, or your schedule changes suddenly. When this happens, it's important to be flexible. If you can't do your habit exactly as planned, try to do a scaled-down version of it. For example, if you're too busy for your full workout, do a 5-minute stretch instead. This way, you keep the habit alive, even if it's in a smaller form. As you build strong habits, you'll start to notice the ripple effects in your life. Good habits often lead to other positive changes. For example, Exercising regularly might make you more mindful of your diet, which in turn can lead to better sleep and more energy. These small changes add up, creating a positive cycle that improves your overall well-being. Chapter 7. Expanding your perspective. Life is a vast and complex adventure, and how we see it often shapes our experiences and decisions. Our perspective is like a lens through which we view the world, and sometimes it can be limited by our own experiences, beliefs, and surroundings. Expanding your perspective means stepping outside your usual way of thinking to see things from new angles. This process can enrich your life in many ways and open up new opportunities. One of the easiest ways to start expanding your perspective is by exploring different cultures. You don't have to travel far or spend a lot of money to do this. Reading books, watching documentaries, or trying new foods can give you insights into how other people live and think. Each culture has its own unique customs, values, and ways of solving problems. By learning about these differences, you gain a broader understanding of the world and the many ways people experience life. Another powerful method for expanding your perspective is engaging in conversations with people who have different viewpoints from your own. This doesn't mean you have to agree with them, but listening to their perspectives can challenge your own assumptions and broaden your understanding. For instance, if you're passionate about a particular topic, seek out discussions with others who have different opinions or experiences. You might find that their viewpoints offer valuable insights that you hadn't considered before. Traveling, even if it's just to a nearby town or city, can also help expand your perspective. Visiting new places exposes you to different ways of living and thinking. You see different landscapes, meet new people, and experience new cultures. Even a short trip can be eye-opening and help you appreciate the diversity of the world. If travel isn't an option right now, consider exploring local museums, attending community events, or simply trying a new activity in your area. Reading widely is another effective way to broaden your perspective. Books, articles, and essays offer a window into different ideas, experiences, and cultures. Reading fiction can transport you to different worlds and let you see life through the eyes of characters with varied backgrounds. Nonfiction, on the other hand, can provide in-depth knowledge about a wide range of subjects. By diversifying your reading material, you expose yourself to a variety of viewpoints and information that can challenge and expand your own perspective. Learning new skills or hobbies can also broaden your view of the world. When you pick up a new activity, you're often introduced to new communities and ways of thinking. For example, learning a new language not only opens up new ways of communicating, but also gives you insight into different cultures and thought processes. Similarly, picking up a new hobby might connect you with people who have different interests and experiences, further expanding your understanding of the world. Expanding your perspective also involves reflecting on your own experiences and beliefs. Take some time to think about why you hold certain views and how they've been shaped by your experiences. Consider how your background, education, and social environment have influenced your thinking. This self-reflection can help you recognize any biases or limitations in your perspective and encourage you to seek out new information and experiences. Another way to broaden your view is by engaging in community service or volunteering. Helping others who are different from yourself can offer a fresh perspective on life and highlight issues that you might not have been aware of before. Working with diverse groups of people can deepen your empathy and understanding, and it often provides valuable insights into the challenges others face. Taking a step back and observing the bigger picture is also essential for expanding your perspective. Sometimes we get so caught up in our daily routines and immediate concerns that we forget to look at the larger context. By stepping away from your usual environment and considering the broader world, you can gain a new appreciation for different viewpoints and solutions. This might involve thinking about how global events impact local issues or how historical trends shape current practices. Chapter 8. Mental Resilience. Life is full of ups and downs, and how we handle these challenges can make all the difference. Mental resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, adapt to change, and keep going even when things get tough. It's like having a mental muscle that helps you stay strong and flexible, no matter what life throws at you. Building mental resilience doesn't mean you won't face difficulties. It means you'll be better equipped to deal with them and recover more quickly. One key to developing mental resilience is learning to manage stress. Stress is a normal part of life, but how you respond to it can affect your resilience. It's helpful to have strategies for coping with stress, such as deep breathing exercises, meditation, or taking a walk. These activities can help calm your mind and body, making it easier to handle challenging situations. Finding what works best for you is important, as different techniques might be more effective for different people. Another important aspect of mental resilience is maintaining a positive outlook. It's easy to focus on the negatives when things aren't going well, but trying to find a silver lining can make a big difference. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect, but rather looking for lessons or opportunities within challenges. For example, if you lose your job, instead of dwelling on the setback, try to see it as an opportunity to explore new career paths or develop new skills. Building strong relationships is also crucial for mental resilience. Having a support system of friends, family, or colleagues can provide comfort and encouragement when you're facing tough times. Talking to someone you trust about your struggles can help you feel less alone and provide new perspectives on how to handle the situation. Remember, it's okay to ask for help and lean on others when you need it. Setting realistic goals and taking small steps toward them can also help build resilience. When you face a big challenge, it can feel overwhelming. Breaking it down into smaller, manageable tasks can make it easier to tackle. Celebrate your progress along the way, and don't be too hard on yourself if things don't go perfectly. Every small step you take builds your confidence and strengthens your ability to cope with challenges. Self-care is another important part of developing mental resilience. Taking care of your physical health by getting enough sleep, eating well, and exercising regularly can have a big impact on your mental well-being. When your body feels good, it's easier to manage stress and stay positive. Make time for activities that you enjoy and that help you relax. This balance between work and leisure is essential for maintaining resilience over the long term. Another way to build mental resilience is by developing problem-solving skills. When faced with a challenge, try to think of different ways to approach it and come up with a plan. This proactive approach can help you feel more in control and less overwhelmed. Sometimes challenges can feel insurmountable because we focus on the problem instead of finding solutions. By shifting your focus to problem solving, you can build confidence in your ability to handle difficult situations. Resilience also involves learning from past experiences. Reflecting on how you've dealt with challenges before can provide valuable insights and remind you of your strengths. Think about times when you've overcome difficulties and consider what strategies helped you succeed. This self-awareness can boost your confidence and prepare you for future challenges. It's important to remember that building mental resilience is a process that takes time. You might not feel resilient all the time, and that's okay. It's normal to have moments of doubt or struggle. The key is to keep practicing resilience skills and be patient with yourself. Over time, you'll likely find that you handle challenges more effectively and bounce back more quickly. Practicing gratitude is another helpful tool for building resilience. Taking time to appreciate the positive aspects of your life can shift your focus away from what's going wrong and help you maintain a more balanced perspective. Consider keeping a gratitude journal where you write down things you're thankful for each day. This simple practice can help you stay grounded and remind you of the good things in your life, even during tough times.